Yeah. We came back and we did such a good job on the podcast where we had no idea what to talk about because we hadn't researched anything.
That was like we were reclaiming our virginity and sort of like delving in again. That's like we'd have
breaking the hymen that had sealed over again.
Well, it's just because
we'd gone and got like surgery to rehymenate ourselves and then
rehymenate ourselves.
Is that an actual thing?
Yeah,
That's the thing that you can
people do that.
Yeah,
and they're like, I'm a virgin.
And I get a drink because I'm very warm.
God, ruin everything.
Yeah.
What?
Keep the hymen
It's
stuff.
not. It's not.
Keep the hymen stuff in. No, that was comedy gold.
Yeah. I can go get a drink and come back.
No, we can't.
If he's going to keep the hymen stuff in though, he doesn't edit for shit.
No, he doesn't. So
we're going to have a gap
yeah.
of us just looking at the camera.
Well, so how are you, Wodge?
I'm alright, you okay?
Have you had the hymen surgery?
I haven't, no.
You haven't, no? Would you
No.
want to be rehymenated?
No.
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 Is that even a word, rehymenated?
It is now.
It is now.
That is
Copyright.
your podcast, it's the dictionary.
Yes.
I haven't even had it, there's a drink I can't talk.
What is this bullshit?
What is what?
This bullshit is you not doing podcasts with us, you knob jockey.
So we had 2 weeks off, now we're back.
Yeah.
It
wasn't even like for any reason, it's just
No, it's just because like,
work related things. Because we have
actual
jobs.
I mean,
unfortunately.
I mean, 12 people that listen to this don't pay us enough or anything to allow us to do this full time. Or
if they paid, it was a £1 per person, we'd have £12.
Yeah, but it's
£4
split, I was going to split between the three of us. £4 a week, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pays for like
So
almost,
is that what we're going to do? Our loyal fan base, we're now going to charge them £1 a week.
like a Patreon.
£10 a week.
£10 a week.
£10 a week.
That's how to go down to 0 people. Like, I wouldn't even do that. I'm in it.
I mean,
Or according to my CV, I'm a co-founder.
Co-founder.
Hey, if I'm applying for a nerdy job, it makes it sound good that I'm on a podcast.
We have 20 episodes, guys.
Yes, this is the 20th.
Established.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say double figures, but we've been in double figures for a while now.
Very maths.
Yeah, maths man over there.
20.
Yeah.
So yeah, what have we talked about for 20? Is this just? Can we do a flashback episode where we're just not?
Talk about anything.
Yeah.
What, like a
Remember
Fresh Prince
that time
episode?
when,
Yeah.
Where it's like...
All we got to do is just film the links in between memories, and then we can just edit old ones together.
Remember when Tom was in the podcast?
Oh, well, we just looked at that. That was episode 9.
Episode 9.
When Big Tom was in, and it's now.
Remember the
episode 4.
Halloween special with the funky texts?
Yes.
And the
Funky
pumpkin.
dreams.
Did you do funky text? I didn't actually. I think
Yeah.
I did.
Did you listen to it?
No, I did. I think you. I haven't watched it. You showed it to me.
Christmas special.
Christmas special.
Christmas special. And
So
then
does
that, and then the 3, and then just have a blank page by here now for the break.
Yeah. The unexplained 3-month absence, which we did explain, so it's fine.
Yeah.
We should
And this-
do,
and the reason
do a
why
montage
this-
of us just like running on the beach together, holding hands, and just.
Having a jolly time and then having to come back to do this shit
Yeah.
for 12 people and no money.
Well, the reason why this one
Was that
hasn't
actually
been
12? I think you're exaggerating that a bit.
I don't know. The one time I looked, it was 12. I can find
It was
out.
probably us looking at it.
I can find out at
11
the press
times
all
to me
if
anyway.
you want.
I'm sure that it's an average of about 10.
We
views per
got
video.
into this though in the knowledge that no one would give a shit, and
Yeah,
we're
pretty
just
much.
doing
It has been
because-
actually. I think it's pretty much. It's been us, just us listening since Sweet Baby Jesus. Sweet Baby Jesus was. We had 12 people. I think that was our best episode. Oh no, 16. We got game. Or 90. Oh, hold on. We had some good views for
we're raking
Keegan
in the numbers,
Funkharden
eh?
and all the other kids I've seen.
Yeah.
That was a quote by me.
Yeah.
Flashback.
Oh, 25. We were getting some good numbers early on.
Batman flashback.
no one-
spinning.
Just no one gives a fuck anymore, which
No.
is fine.
Mm-hmm.
No, because we took a 3-month sabbatical.
No, we're just, it's fine. It's alright. And the thing is, the reason why this one's a little bit later than the other ones is because I've been, like, super busy working stuff, so...
Yeah.
Sorry!
Normal things.
So
Are we
sorry.
going to put this on iTunes? Or are we just sticking with the...
Oh,
With our normal
I
portals.
did the iTunesy thing ages ago to, like, apply to have it on there. I don't know whether it worked or not. I'll have to check that out and have a look.
It's just got, the one
Never
episode,
know,
and it's like... It's got like a massive
Well,
following.
it links
There's like
to...
100 million downloads. Everyone's waiting for the next episode.
No,
And
it's
because we
because
haven't updated it. So
you
no
basically
fucking
you link it to an RSS feed, and that RSS feed comes from SoundCloud. So every
Yeah.
time I put one on SoundCloud, it will link
Ah.
automatically, which is
Okay.
quite useful.
There we go.
Yeah, so that's fine in that regard.
So we might have 20 listeners across 2 platforms. You never know.
Yeah, well, it's 20 listeners for
Yeah.
20 episodes.
Yeah, well, if we
It's
gain,
like how
if we gain a
YouTube
listener
is.
per per like show. I think that would be quite
Yeah.
decent. We'll just have to do 100,000 shows
like,
before
Mum.
we can get any money.
Mum, this is this podcast we do. Mum.
Did you say your dad listens to it?
My dad used
Yeah.
to listen to it.
Yeah.
Used to. Before our 3 months.
I don't know. I just used to get comments every now and then to saying Big Tom should stop moving his foot,
No.
and the fact that Big Tom hasn't been in it for 11 episodes.
He moved his whole body out.
Out
Out of the thing.
because he just used to sit there and his
Maybe
entire
just,
foot
he
used
was
to do that
looking
all
at
the
those
time.
comments going, oh no,
Yeah,
unless I can move my foot, I'm not going to do it.
He got he didn't like the haters, so
Aww.
he went out. Maybe we should talk about film stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah. Today has been a good day to do this
Really
on.
good.
Because there's been a release of multiple different things. Not necessarily like the well, let's just list them off. Game of Thrones trailer,
Well,
brand new.
before we get into that, you guys went to see Alien Covenant and you haven't seen Prometheus.
No.
Yeah, there's that.
And I still understood what the fuck was going on.
I mean, it's not a difficult film to get your grasp around.
No.
But
Get my grasp around.
get your grasp around. Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I called 2 of the main.
I mean,
things.
it was very obviously written. Like one of the big things at the end with David and Walter, that was ridiculously obvious. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Even having not seen Prometheus,
Yeah.
I called that, and I looked.
But I mean, that had
looked
nothing
over at
to-
Owen
yeah.
and I went, I think that's it. And he was like, oh. And then you said, you called that.
Yeah.
but kind
Because
of
you did.
because the whole point of the first one was kind of the engineers making humanity, and then Covenant is about David making the xenomorphs. So I suppose, you don't really.
It's
need...
just it is a little bit weird in the sense of like the end of Prometheus is like I'm still searching, and then the second film is like she died off screen.
Well,
She died
they
off screen.
did. Have you seen the 2-minute prologue that they did?
I did see that, and it completely spoiled the movie for me.
Right.
In the sense of like,
Did you watch it?
by the way, we're going to talk about spoilers.
Yeah.
We've already spoiled one
It's
spoiler.
fine.
Yeah, but like, I mean, the whole thing in the film is like, to begin with, David doesn't admit that he just like actually genuinely
Yeah.
just destroyed the
Yeah.
engineers like on purpose. But this 2-minute video that's released before the film comes out
Yeah.
that I watched, and I was like, oh, the only extra thing you get from that is that he's just like talking to her in cryo
It
sleep.
shows you that he is actually evil.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
and
so
I'm like,
you went into the film thinking.
I went to
know
the
he's
film.
evil.
Oh, right, okay, he's destroyed them. And as soon as he was like, "Yeah, it accidentally deployed," and I'm like, "No, it didn't.
Yeah.
I know that because I watched you do it
Yeah.
before the film came out in a 2-minute
That's why
sequence."
sometimes you can egg the pudding in, and you can overwatch.
Over
Yeah.
egg.
This is-
Did
Did you say,
Over-
did you say
over-egg the pudding.
over-egg the pudding in? Title right there. Over-egg the pudding in.
I mean, it's a good analogy. I've never
Over-egg
heard
the
it,
pudding.
but it's a good. I've never heard it.
You
But...
over egg the pudding. You're
Yeah.
too enthusiastic. You watch too many.
No, we
snippets
can
of
get it. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's just we've never heard it. That's
Cue
the
me
thing.
getting my dictionary out, and no, it wouldn't be in there. Phrase
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
didn't feel like I.
well,
I needed
the
to-
reason he did that is because everyone hated Prometheus. Like everyone was thinking Prometheus was just going to be kind of a rehash of Alien, which all the fans wanted. And then it was actually, oh no, I'm bringing this entire history of lore into the Alien franchise, and everyone was like,
Really disappointed.
yeah, it's like, no, fuck off, we don't want this.
But the weirdest thing
so
about
then he
it,
completely not retconned it. He got rid of the idea pretty much instantly, and then kind of because what he was going to do was originally keep the engineers around and have them kind of progress from there. But then literally in Covenant, it's just like, oh, they're all gone.
Yeah.
This 2.5
Everyone.
this 2 hour film we spent introducing the engineers. Yeah, we got rid of it.
But the weirdest thing about it, right before Prometheus came out, and everyone came out, everybody's like, "Oh, they're going to tell the history of the space jockey," because that's what it's known as.
Yes,
Before
yeah.
that, it's like, "Oh, the space jockey, where he came from, and all this stuff." And it's like, and people were like, "We don't need to know." And it's
Yeah.
true, you didn't need to know. And they've done exactly the same thing with Covenant for the alien, in the sense
Yeah.
of like, you don't need to know where the alien came from.
Yeah.
Granted, it kind of makes sense that a perfect being like the alien would be made by a computer.
Yes.
But it's like, you don't need to know that. And it's like, you've done exactly the same thing in these 2 films. People were like, I don't care about where it came from.
Do you
I just
think
want
it's, do you think it's much in the terms of the Star Wars prequels? Do you think it's damaged the original in any way?
No, definitely not. Because
Which-
films now, it doesn't really matter if you
Because
make,
there's so
if
many
you make a
carbon
shit-
copies and sequels.
if you make
coming
a
out
shit
that-
sequel or prequel or whatever you want, it doesn't really damage the original. The whole like George Lucas raped my childhood thing that people came out with when the prequels came out. It's like, to be fair, when the prequels were going on and everything, and everyone was like, Jesus, this is like ruining Star Wars or whatever, and not everyone hated them, but a lot of people hated them. I could imagine, yeah, you'd be pretty damn upset that this was continuously going on, because it's not like a situation, Roger mentioned Ghostbusters there, where I'm assuming because it didn't do very well, they're not going to do the massive spin-offs and sequels and things for it. I don't know that, but I would assume.
But then look
basically.
at Star Wars now.
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is you can't
as
damage
long as you've got the right
something.
people in the right seats doing the right jobs, it shows what they could have been.
Yeah.
Because they've made it work.
This is why I'm really pissed off with just Ridley Scott in general, because I'm a big fan of some of his earlier stuff. Like, I mean, Blade Runner is like up there as one of the greatest films of all time.
Are you looking forward to the new one?
Yes, but I will get to that now. But then what was coming out with the guy who did District 9, who directed that,
Neil Blomkamp.
Blomkamp. Thank you. He had an idea for essentially an Alien 5 that would bring back Ripley and retcon the bad Alien films, and it was apparently so good that it was literally just discussed like between two people, and then because people liked it so much, it then went pretty much into design stages and possibly could have gone on further.
Have you seen what Ridley Scott said about it?
No.
He basically said there wasn't even like anything past a summary.
This is why
I'm like, but that bitter eggs.
There was artistic. There was artwork for it. But this is why I don't like Ridley Scott now. Is because he essentially was like, someone had a better idea for one of my films. No, fuck you. I'm gonna make it.
I'm gonna make a trilogy of them to make sure you don't have time to do this.
So he cut off this perhaps stellar idea just so then he could make his kind of vision. Yeah, and it's just like I'm like, really? Why did you do that?
If he let them do that, then the generations who haven't seen the original Alien films may have gone, actually, they were before this, and then gone back.
I mean, he only directed the first one. It's not as if it's like completely his baby. Like more people associate Alien with James Cameron than with him, just because Aliens is more kind of the
Do you think he resents James Cameron for that a little bit? Maybe.
I think everyone resents James Cameron for something. I mean, like, have you heard the news now? This is quite topical. That he's got the rights for Terminator back now. So
he wants to do another one with Arnie.
With Arnie.
Yeah.
And Avatar. When did Avatar 1 come out? 2008.
Yeah,
and there's going to be 4 sequels, and it's almost 10 years later, and there hasn't been another film.
I like Avatar though, and I would be happy to see, just because of the general design of that entire world. I think it's super cool, and there's a video online because they've got the whole like thing they're doing in the US in terms of one of the Disneylands where they've built Pandora. Yeah. Is it Disneyland or Universal? I don't know which one.
One of them, yeah.
One of them, but they have a ride where you're on what are the winged ones called? I can't remember. In
Sky Dragon winged things.
The winged ones, and it's like, I think it's like just a 3D ride, kind of like in the vein of Star Tours.
Yeah. Where
it's like a motion thing, and I was watching it, and I was like, oh my god, this looks so cool.
See, like, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with rides. I'm fine with the fact that there's going to be a sequel with it. It's just, James Cameron has been cock-teasing us with it for since it came out. Oh, we're going to do another one. Oh, it's going to be back-to-back with 2 and 3. Oh, I'm going to do back-to-back with 2 to 17. And it's like every couple of years he's kind of just going, ooh, look, Avatar, ooh. And it wasn't, yes, it's the highest grossing film of all time. Is it still the highest grossing film of all time?
Not sure.
Well, it was the highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah.
And he's kind of he's trading off that good faith. Just like people will still want to go.
But to be fair, he always pulls it out of the bag, doesn't he?
Like, Avatar, what?
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay, I say he always pulls it out of the bag. Abyss, maybe not. He didn't pull out so much of the bag there. In the sense of like effects and stuff, it was leap forward and stuff. But like,
and well, do you know what the next big James Cameron release is? What? Terminator 2.5, 3D. 3D.
What's not a release, so is it? That's like a.
It's a re-release of a great film in 3D.
If it was a video game, it would be, what do they call it? A reskin or what do they call it? What do they call it when they take an old game and
remastered it?
Remaster. Yeah. It's just a remaster, basically. Yeah. You know, they've taken the original negatives and spruced them up a little bit, and slapped some 3D on it. Yeah. Sell it. It'd be great.
And
love it.
Schmucks like us will still go in and fucking see it.
Yeah. The fact that Terminator 2 is great, so you
know. Which was. So I'd seen the Alien films a very long time ago, and then we watched one together 2?
I mean, you should only really watch 1 and 2.
Yeah, because you'd seen Alien ages ago, and then you were like, "I've never seen Aliens," and I was like, "Cool, we'll watch Aliens, and then we'll never watch any more."
No, I think I'd watched them up to Alien vs Predator, which was fucking awful.
They're not canon. They don't count.
You took me back, but then we just watched 2. And I was like, "This is amazing!" Like, just amazing.
Sorry, complete tangent there, but you said You Took Me Back completely reminded me of Lost had its anniversary recently of finishing everything.
7 years since it
Funniest thing today at work, one of my managers sent out a little quiz thing in the sense of he was like, "Oh, mastermind, pick your subject." I was like, "Lost." It was recently and it was Lost. He's giving me some time. How many episodes are in Lost? And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, I don't know.
Not many, because the later seasons were short.
And then they had the writer's strike in between. But I was like,
I'm going to have to think
okay,
this out now.
yeah.
So there was 24 for the first 3.
Yeah.
Then season 4 was like 12 or 16.
I don't know.
Season 5 was like, yeah. I'm only going to say like 107 or something.
It was about 100 and something. Yeah. But it was really funny because there was one last question. He was like, "Oh, it's the Oceanic 6. When they got off, how many days did they say they were on the island for?" And I was like, 108. He was like, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm like, "Nope."
That's how many episodes.
108. And I'm like, I have no
episodes. Holy fuck!
I have no idea what it is, but I'm guessing 108 because the numbers add up to that, and that's the number. And the writers would do something funny like that when they link those up. And he was like, "Yeah, that's right." And I was like, "Yes."
Guess how many episodes?
I wish there was 100.
I wish there was 108 as well. 118.
Yeah.
Nearly.
That would have been.
That would have just topped it off. That would have been fucking Terry right on the top of the.
I mean, I fucking love.
But the other questions he had were, what were the numbers?
Well, this is because
Do you remember the numbers?
4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42.
Do you remember what Charlie's song was that you got famous with?
Oh God!
This was one of the questions, and I was like, "Oh my God, I know this."
Because it plays all the way through.
Yeah. It's consistently.
It's quite a good song, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You are. It's a pretty nifty, like catchy song. Yeah.
The second you sing it, I'm gonna know what it is. Oh my God! Because this all stems from the fact that I shared an article the other day on Facebook. Someone had an unpopular opinion that they loved the end of the Lost.
And the reason why they posted that is because the anniversary happened. I have it on my phone every year. Lost the end, basically. it's on my calendar. It pops up, and I'm like, "Oh, it's been that many years now," you know. Yeah, but it's
he's really not.
So you're going out with that.
It's You All Everybody.
You all everybody. Yeah. Oh my God. Fucking hell.
Sorry. Anyway, tangented off there.
That's
back to Aliens.
I need Lucy. Lucy hasn't seen all of it.
Oh, don't subject it to that.
You loved it. When Vincent came running through the trees at the end, you were like, "Oh my God, not Vincent!"
And I was sad when Charlie. Spoilers.
I mean, it's been 7 years.
Yeah, it's fine. It's outside the spoiler territory.
We've talked about a film that's come out more than 7 days ago, and
we were like, by the way, Walter is. Yeah, I called that. Having not seen Prometheus.
Yeah, but
he was
Walter
creepy as fuck. David.
Yeah, but I mean, David is kind of seen as good in Prometheus. He toes the line.
So like,
whereas this he's kind of full blown evil. But then,
because I was like, he's creepy as fuck. He's definitely going to be. And when he started shaving his head, I was like, he's going to try and pass himself off.
Completely.
Blah blah blah. And this is completely.
See, I was hoping when I was watching it, because I went to see it with a friend of mine, and he leant over to me and he was like, "That's David, isn't it?" And I was like, it was so obvious that it's like, yes, it is so obviously David that I said yes, or it's Walter that's been turned, because I was like, imagine it that is actually. You spend the entire thing going, "Oh, that's David," and it turns out actually, oh no, it is Walter, but he's now joined the dark side.
Yeah, because I was
how much cooler would have that been?
Yeah, because I was like, when they had their fight, near the end.
I mean, sorry, you have a script and you have Michael Fassbender, and you're like, who can I have to fight Michael Fassbender that's as good as Michael Fassbender?
Who can I have to smug Michael Fassbender?
Michael Fassbender.
He was the outstanding performance in that film,
though.
Yeah,
he was really good.
It wasn't just all roles done by Michael Fassbender, like the woman Michael Fassbender, the xenomorph Michael Fassbender.
It's really good makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they had their fight near the end, I was like, okay, So when he came out and he had his chopped hand,
Yeah.
I was like, David Spade probably chopped his hand off, didn't he, to make it look like. I was like, something's not right, and I was like. I was checking his whole body to see like, what injuries did he sustain in this fight.
But that's the thing, like,
has David gone and like done the same to himself to make it look like? I was like, what the fuck, like.
Yeah, but the fact that David had the facial scratches when Walter could heal.
Yeah, that's true.
Which was again, it was kind of a bit. It was too obviously done, which is why I was hoping for kind of the double bluff, the fact that it would have actually been Walter, but then no. But then
I enjoyed it. I really liked the action scenes. I liked the scene where they first get there and they trap it in the
they make it
claw and she's swinging. And,
it's certainly the most bloody Alien film. I think that was what people have said, that it's kind of this is what Alien should have been had they had the budget, had they had the technology back in the 70s kind of thing.
Yeah. So like
although the one thing I love about the one thing I love about sci-fi and horror from the era before CGI and that kind of thing is just the costumes,
practical effects and stuff.
The fact that it was all made, the fact that, I mean, obviously Jurassic Park is one of my main loves above this one here, but the fact that people were in there, they're walking around.
Bioshock, oh no.
Yeah. Portal.
GTA.
Owen. Sorry. The fact that there was a person in there.
Yeah.
It was all like rubber and...
Yes.
Oh, I'd love that.
They actually had something to act off rather than a tennis ball and a stick.
Well,
or nothing.
One of the videos that we weren't able to watch that I've actually got in my watch list is a little bit of behind the scenes on Alien Covenant of how much practical effects we used.
Yes.
Was it?
It's got Adam Savage from Mythbusters there having a little behind the scenes thing, and I haven't watched it, but obviously I'm guessing if they're doing a whole video on it, there was quite a bit,
The ones that came out of the people, when there was the baby ones.
Yes.
It was amazing actually when it came out of his back. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh yeah, the one at the back scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that was like
cool.
that was disturbing. That was. I liked that.
That was amazing, and you could kind of see partly that wasn't CGI.
Mm. Yeah, they did practical effects. The one that came out of its mouth as well. They didn't actually inform the Scottish lady that was going to happen. So when she shits herself in the film, it's actually oh my god, this big fucking slope thing.
Do you know what? The more we talk about it, the more I think, I really enjoyed it.
I think it's
just like that bit and the first scene with Alien, and then I mean the end for me was a bit like a damp squib because it's like, okay, cool, like we're gonna run there. Oh, we push it. Yay, we pushed it out.
Yeah.
And I was like,
well, it's the same as Alien, isn't it?
Like,
I suppose,
usually, grand finales of things are kind of like, but obviously, like.
To be fair, I think it's a bit of a shame because it's like it's the only thing that they can do is because you can't really kill the alien. You're not supposed to be able to kill the alien.
Just have it floating away in space, attached to a forklift truck.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be. So I mean, the whole like when they crushed it, like it was like that was all they could do is literally crush it like a bug sort of thing. Versus you can't really kill it because when it just shoots it, it just kind of like runs away and stuff. You can't really get it. So when there's one of them there and they haven't really got they're not the military people like in Aliens. Then they what option they got?
One thing I really love as well is the like heroin thing, like the Sigourney Weaver and like the fact that the strong females. I love that.
I wasn't a really big fan of her character though.
She was quite sort of bit dull, bit sort of like quiet, and a bit sort of like.
Is that the character?
Because Sigourney Weaver's badass. I don't know, maybe
the actress. Because
unless
the
she's
actress
in like the next one and then like comes out of her shell or whatever.
But then they might do what happens between Aliens and Alien 3. Because I mean legitimately Alien 3. Because what they did at the end of Aliens is everyone's safe and they all go into cryosleep and everything. And at the start of Alien 3, everyone's dead and she's been inseminated or whatever. So they might do that again, but then whether she'll come back or not. But then she was.
But
she
played
Tina in Fantastic Beasts.
Oh shit!
She did.
Yeah, I recognised her.
I wasn't a fan of her in that either. To be fair,
I liked her sister.
Yeah, Queenie was the shining grace of that film.
Yeah. Shame, but.
But is that just the actress or is that?
I didn't even realise that was the same person. That's so funny.
Yeah. There we go. Wait until the next Fantastic Beasts film and we might find out if she's in that one, you know?
Well, Tina ends up with Newt Scamander, they get married. So she's going to be in.
She's definitely going to be in.
Well, yeah. Okay, so she's probably going to be in the next films then.
All the films that he's in, she's going to be in.
Yeah.
Because the next film is going to be about him with Lestrange. So you know, in the first one, you get a glimpse of a photograph. Who's actually Zoe Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz's daughter. She plays someone Lestrange, who's obviously related to Bellatrix and stuff. So then the second film is going to be all about Newt and Lestrange and Grindelwald and Dumbledore. And then the third one from then, they might...
Whatever.
Whether Newt will be in it. But they're doing like 7 of those now, again.
But they might then end up doing the end of Harry Potter and Black... And then, oh, by the way, they'll get married, have children.
Well, we know that Newt gets married to Tina just based off.
But that could be like the end, they get married and live happily ever.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that it's going to happen
a good way
no
of
matter
wrapping
what.
things
Yeah,
up.
it's canon, so they can't really avoid it.
Yeah.
But they can make several hundred films between that point. So whether they will or not, I don't know. Fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
Blah.
Anyway, so the things that we saw, the videos that came out today.
Oh yeah.
There was one Game of Thrones,
which was called actually. You saw something where someone had called it on Reddit, and then they said look on their channel because they've taken it down.
Yeah, there was a really cool little.
It's going to be imminent in the next 8 hours, and
you've just summarised that, but not actually explained anything about what you just said. So basically, on Reddit, there was a nice little thread there of someone saying, I'm calling it Game of Thrones trailer within the next 8 hours. Yeah. Granted, it wasn't within the next 8 hours, but I think it was within 72 hours. So I was like, kind of cool. What they recognised was that every year, the Game of Thrones channel privatises all the official trailers for the previous seasons.
Right.
And they said, under the assumption that when people search for the new trailer,
they want to
find the new trailer rather than the old ones and everything like that. I think they also said that they could see on a playlist, so I'm guessing official trailers playlist maybe, there's one at the top that was private as well. So they're like calling it, this is going to be a trailer soon, and guess what? There's a Game of Thrones trailer now.
And that happens every time.
Yeah, something they can actually recognise.
Is that
and
a good
stuff.
thing that we've gotten to the point in technology that people can do that? And
I think that's cool though, because I mean that's like a small thing. Not many people are going to notice that, and it's like almost in a way like if the companies could do that, I think they would, just for that small group of people who are proper into it, because then they get the heads up in advance, rather than these shitty little 5-second trailer for the trailer on Thursday, and it's like, fuck off with that bullshit, I don't like that.
Do you think it could be deliberate on their part?
No.
I'm going to sneeze.
Oh.
No, okay, I'm good. I didn't
sneeze. If you think about it,
they can't, that's just general YouTube, things,
But like, the fact that when people know there's a trailer coming out like today or tomorrow, the hype would be more because they're like waiting for it.
I'd rather just an announcement or like release the poster saying, right, okay, we're going to release a trailer in the next few days.
Well,
they did the poster yesterday.
But I don't want the trailer for the trailer.
No, the trailer for the trailer is stupid, and the trailer for the trailer before the trailer is stupid as well on YouTube. When you watch the trailer and it's got the summary of the trailer. Well, here's the 5 seconds summary of the thing you're about to watch.
That's for all the people that are gonna. That's for when it's shoved on the front of stuff.
Yeah.
So when it's the 5 seconds that you can't skip, so they summarise the entire trailer in the hopes that you're gonna.
It's ridiculous. I hate that shit so much.
Yeah,
but anyway, it is what it is. Anyway,
so they did, and it's really funny because I was looking at lunchtime and I was looking at this afternoon and I was like, that's fucking Game of Thrones trailer, because I was thinking it might be today, and then you posted it, so I saw it. It had been 3 minutes since you posted it, and I was like, cool,
sorted.
Yeah.
So are we excited for it? Apparently, it's going to be more fast paced than.
It needs to be less
episodes. I mean, it's less episodes and it's the end. Almost.
More dragon
Part 1
budget.
the end. More dragon.
Okay. All the budget.
Let's do
actors, dragon.
I thought you were saying more dragon magic, and I was like...
Dragon budget.
Let's do a little game.
Better dragons.
So each person, because we've just seen the trailer now, and we know that the season is 6 episodes, is it? Or
I don't know.
It's like a short season.
7 episodes?
Something like that, anyway. But it's like a short season.
7 because the season's 7.
Yeah.
We know it's like a short season. So like, and you've seen the trailer.
Yep.
So just like, give me the highlights of what's going to happen this season.
Kissing ladies.
Kissing lady, that's all that watch cares about. Everyone...
Dragons, kissing ladies, Jon Snow...
No, I mean, like, give me a timeline. What's going to happen episode 1, what's going to happen middle, and what's going to happen end?
Daenerys is going to be queen of
White Walkers are going to finally come through the wall.
When's that? Start, middle, or end?
That'll be...
Do you think that's going to be like the... Do you think that's going to be the big episode? You know, they have one each season?
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to be like a big one?
I don't know, because it's going to have to be... They're all... Because the trailer's mainly about all of the different armies that's now going to converge on King's Landing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to have that at some point, but then they're all going to have to stop to fight the White Walkers.
Mid-fight, they're going to turn around and go, fuck, and they're all going to go, oh guys, should we just fight together, defeat these guys, and then we can get back to it.
Is that all season 8 is going to be? Is just X amount of episodes of just battle?
Is it going to be like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit? Like, this is the end.
Yeah.
You know, it happens in the Narnia books as well. The last battle.
Yeah.
Like, is the big...
This isn't...
final...
I don't think this season is the White Walker battle season.
No.
I think that's going to be the end.
They're going to leave that to the end, yeah.
That's going to be the end, because there's one more season after this, and basically this is the... Like Davos was saying in the trailer, he's like, it doesn't matter who wins this stupid battle, your skeleton can sit on the throne. Because, like, it's you know, the White Walkers are coming sort of thing. Winter's not coming, the White Walkers are coming now. So this
Winter's been and gone, bitch.
This, it might be like maybe the first half of this...
Winter's come and is still there in the north. It's
always winter in the north anyway. Maybe like the first half or like of the season is good. First third is going to be like all of them like being like, oh, we need to invade. A second bit maybe is going to be like them being like, maybe the Jon in the north is going to be like, we can't do this sort of thing. You know, we need to like focus on this.
Is he King of the North now? I've kind of forgotten.
King of the North in the sense of like, you know, the northern people are like, yeah, you're cool.
The fact that they've accepted him and they've chanted it a bit probably means okay, you can be King of the North.
Because who's in charge of the wall now?
Just whoever he left over there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the thing is, once he said my watch has ended, it almost was like, bye guys, we're never seeing you again. Yeah. Almost in a way.
You're going to be the first to die.
Yeah.
You deal with Brexit. I'm just gonna be over here. Like David Cameron. Well, it's like David Cameron was like, bye.
Don't ruin Game of Thrones with legitimate politics.
We did our politics.
And admittedly, politics from like a year ago.
We don't need that now.
Too much.
It's fine.
Vote.
He's just
it's too late now. Yeah. People have already.
It's too late now.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. Dragon budget. Bigger dragons.
Yeah. He's. I think they're like fully grown now. Are they?
Yeah.
They have to be. They've been growing for a long time.
They're pretty big.
And they looked fucking huge.
Yeah.
So if they're not fully grown, then it's kind of, well, Daenerys is obviously going to win because dragons.
Yeah. But it's funny.
Why would she win? Dragon.
It was funny. I was watching a like history of Game of Thrones in sense of like, and it was so funny because they said like how the Targaryens like took over and became the kings in Westeros. It was like oh yeah, so this happened. These people like manned up and were going to fight the dragons, but then dragons. And these guys kind of came together and we're going to fight them, but then dragons. And I think the only ones who didn't in the end lose to the dragons were the what's the people in the south called? The sand people.
Oh, what, the Martells? Or
is it the No, not the Yeah, it's the Martells.
Yeah.
Oberyn Martell.
Yeah.
So in the south there, I can't remember. They're called something. I can't remember what. But apparently they didn't. The dragons were no good there because basically they were like, oh, come and get us. And then when they turned up, they just kind of like all just blended in and didn't actually like form together into kind of like a battle. Whereas in the north, they kind of like just kind of came out to fight like normal, and dragons went, well, we'll just burn all of you. You know.
So is that because?
And she's got 3.
Yeah.
and Oberyn's sister's too busy kissing ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that too.
I think it's the red lady.
Yeah, from the look of it.
Having a bit of a...
But then the only reason they lost the throne was because the Mad King just...
They went a bit too much with the inbreeding.
Yeah, but then with like the dragons, he just left them to rot, didn't he? Or they were just...
I don't know what happened with them actually. I didn't really...
They just grew old and kind of...
Yeah.
Because there was the dragon skulls in the crypt in season 1.
Yeah, that was the big one. I think that the guy who took over Westeros had. He had the biggest one, or something like that.
Yeah.
I've got the biggest one.
Yeah.
Well, you'd want the biggest dragon if you're going to take over the world, or a section of the
Not
world.
like one of the ones from Harry Potter. What's this little...
I mean, they grow up as well.
Hungarian horntail.
they do grow up as well. It's not just isn't like go fly, my pretties.
No, but that was the magical
Get off,
version that he pulled out of the bag, so he could get kept it. And then it was popping the popcorn in the joke shop.
What are you talking about?
Harry Potter.
How do you go from dragons to popping the popcorn in the joke
Big
shop?
dragons down to the little one he pulled out of the bag when he was doing the tournament.
Those were like little enchanted models.
Yeah, which he kept, and then it was popping the popcorn.
What popcorn? Where's popcorn come into
Oh my
it?
god!
In the Weasley's Wurzels.
Wizards of Japes.
Yeah.
Dupes.
Was
Yeah.
there wasn't little dragons in there, was
There
there?
was a popcorn machine, and the dragon was.
It's like in the Flintstones where they have all the animals doing all the tasks and stuff. So they don't actually have a record player. They have a pelican that opens its mouth.
I don't remember that from the films.
It's in a box and it's like heating something up. I don't know. Popcorn comes to mind.
Oh, it's just dragon cruelty, isn't it? You know.
Slavery.
Yeah.
I mean, they do discuss slavery in the Harry Potter world.
Yeah.
Because it is an active thing.
With spew.
So maybe they should have a branch off of the dragon slaves.
So if that did happen, why didn't Hermione cause a shitstorm?
Shouldn't give a fuck about dragons.
No.
So, sorry.
Only house elves.
She didn't care about the house elves either. That was just to further her career.
Yeah.
She didn't care about
Put it on the TV.
Well, she becomes what is she? Have you read The Cursed Child?
No.
Because she works for she's not the Minister of Magic. She's something high up within the Ministry. So that's all she wanted. It was just kind of a political foothold.
Cushy job.
Yes, because she was like, "Oh, look what I did when I was young. I
campaigned.
I released the slaves." And so then they were like, "Oh, she should be Minister of Magic." So they
But to be honest, she didn't even do it in the film,
no.
so it doesn't count.
Well, I mean, the book is a very, very big book. Order of the Phoenix, when it comes
when
into
they were writing the
comes
script,
into
they were like,
effect.
"This is too big.
Cut
We'll just
half of
rip
it.
these pages out." And
What
then
Harry
these
Potter needs to be,
pages out."
it needs to be a TV series.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be a HBO.
Flashback to that episode when we said this needs to be a TV series.
Did we say
Just
that?
like
Have
a
we
series
said
of
that?
unfortunate
We did
events.
like a little game where it was like which
What should be
TV
a
series should be a film and which film should be a TV series.
And I said Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry
Because
Potter
it
definitely
should. Because what they did with a series of unfortunate events, which we watched while we were packing to move, which we never discussed.
Oh,
But
what were your
which
thoughts?
was really good.
We enjoyed
Really
it.
liked it.
Yeah.
Have you read the books at all? Or?
No.
No.
I really enjoyed Neil Patrick Harris.
Right.
I thought he was really, really good.
I think we have talked about it.
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, well, Patrick
think it was
Warburton
really
was fucking astounding
Mhm.
because I wasn't too
Keen on him as like Shouty Joe. And
That's the
Family
thing,
Guy.
yeah, because that's all I've ever seen him in. Or like he was in a Will Ferrell. Was he in Step Brothers?
No.
Oh, he's in like
He's
one
in
of those.
Ted.
Yeah, but he's really funny in Ted.
He's in Ted for like a couple of minutes. He's like, hey, he's like, yeah, I just like, I just get like, I just get drunk and just like end up in these clubs. I'm just like,
Guys.
it's like, yeah, with guys, and then like, it's like
the fact that Ryan
like,
is in those films and he just doesn't talk the whole time.
yeah,
I need
he's
to
great.
rewatch those.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, so going back,
Game of
the
Thrones.
fact that they've done that with that,
Hmm.
and the fact that they could go further, they could fit more in, they could go a bit darker, and they could just make it. They should do it. They should leave it a while, and they should just do it.
They should.
Do it.
Oh,
They
you're
could
talking
make
about Harry
so much
Potter
more
or Game of
money.
We're
Thrones?
back on Harry Potter
Yeah.
again.
Oh right, okay, sorry.
But that because Harry Potter is obviously a
Am I talking in
topical
riddles?
conversation.
Well, you just
That's,
said no. You literally said going back, and I was like, oh, Game of Thrones, and then you said, that and that,
It was,
and I was like,
the series of unfortunate of Harry Potter to Game of Thrones.
We'll just have to subtitle Wodge's train of thought along the bottom, just so we can have like a diagram that's like right. We're back on Harry Potter now.
saw a panda floating around the head.
I'm going to be really patronising. I knew what you were talking about.
Ah, that's good. That was that.
But I said Game of Thrones, and then she was like, yep. I just continued on.
Because we're BFF forever.
And 5 ever.
5 ever.
5 ever.
Yeah, it's better than
What?
4 ever.
That's an in joke. I don't know if you'd know.
Ah.
I mean, it was on the video I did.
It flashed up very quickly.
Yeah, it
and
is.
he has dyslexia, so you
Oh,
might not
fair
have
enough.
seen it and read it.
Yeah.
That's all right then.
I
Don't
paused
make
it
fun
on
of me.
that.
Did you just so you could read it?
To if I had trouble.
Yeah, it's just because I was doing it, and so on the gameplay video, Wodge was speaking, and then midway through stopped speaking and just started laughing. So I had done this massive thing up to this point, which would have culminated in the end of her sentence, and then she doesn't finish the sentence. So I was like, oh shit, I can't. It's a good section of the video, so I was like, I can't really cut this out. So we laugh because we're BFF5.
In our YouTube videos.
Which no one watches.
Tom.
Although we got
together.
I had like 20 people, which was...
It was amazing.
Probably.
Yeah.
I pissed on the bus. Not actual literally like some people do, but
Yes.
I pissed.
I
was sitting on the bus crying. The only other time I've sat on the bus crying was when I learned I was going to be an auntie. The second time I've sat on a bus crying is when I watched your YouTube video 3 times. Us just fucking about on Uncharted, and I literally am sitting there and I'm thinking, people are going to think I'm really weird.
But you're on
a bus.
So it's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Because you can do anything on the bus.
Exactly. Yeah. So, another video that we saw today.
Yeah, another video that we
back
watched.
on. So today we've talked about Lost, which finished 7 years ago, Harry Potter, which finished 6 years ago, the Alien franchise, which is 40 years old.
Some new stuff and some outgoing stuff.
Yeah.
That's great. We covered all bases, old, new,
Spider-Man.
and up and coming. So yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming had a new trailer that was released today, and it looks really good.
My favourite bit is where Robert Downey Jr. is like going to open the door and he's like, oh yeah, cool, let's get him for a hug. And then he doesn't.
We swear that Wodge isn't drunk. Oh, that is my phone. Can you name the game?
No,
the game.
No, it's going to get copyright striked.
Oh, shit,
no!
I recognise that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was going to say name the game.
I'll see if Wodge can get it.
Nope.
Oh fuck.
You're not gonna get it. That's
Do you know like the old Game Boy
the old
version?
one.
Oh god,
Where
no.
you were
It
top
wasn't
down.
one of them.
That's
You're not
I
Sonic,
played
isn't
that
it?
game.
That's Sonic, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh.
It's Green Hill Zone.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Shit.
But it's a Mabim Bam reference, so it's an even more niche reference within Sonic. Well,
don't you fucking copyright this thing, okay? Stay away
My
from this.
ringtone's the Mario theme tune.
Yeah. Okay, so we've talked about so
Spider-Man now.
Lost, Harry Potter, Sega Mega Drive games, which is 25 years old, Mario, which is 20 years old. This is quite
Speaking of Mario, this is new news.
The Mario Rabbids.
There's going to be a game
thing that's been leaked.
Rabbids.
Rayman Rabbids.
Rayman Rabbids.
Yeah.
There's going to be a Mario and Rabbids one, and there's going to be like the Rabbids dressed up as Princess Peach and Luigi. And I don't know what it is. I think it's like a turn-based strategy game or something like that.
It's going to be like...
It's like weird.
Did you ever play the Rayman Rabbids game? Because it was essentially just... It was like the Wario games. You never played the Wario games? Essentially, it's just a fuck ton of mini games which kind of make no sense.
I think the only consoles I've owned for Nintendo are Game Boy and Nintendo 64.
It's like
and that's it. and that classic NES little box.
Yes. Games that
that's
about
it.
Sense.
Yeah. But yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Last week we didn't have enough to talk about. This week we got too much to talk about, and it's going to be really long. But then we're not even
talking about it. That's the thing.
No.
Spider-Man. I liked it. It looked good.
I was happy because of the hugging hug, which wasn't a hug.
Oh, I said something about Spider-Man, and both of you looked at me blankly earlier about the spin-off. Have you heard what's going to happen?
No.
The fact that they're doing a Venom film.
Okay.
And do you know who they've cast as Venom?
Oh, I read it, and I was like, isn't it Bane?
It's Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
They've cast Tom Hardy as Venom.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is confusing.
Why?
Because he's like old.
He's not that old. He's only like 30 odd, isn't he?
Right. How old is Spider-Man?
Yeah, but it's not in the comics. In the comics, it's not a teenager that gets turned into Venom. It's a photographer, which is
in his 30s.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to be old if you can hold down a job. And in this economy, you're not going to get a job like that until you're 30 anyway. But I think it's an inspired choice of casting because now it
doesn't really matter because they've kicked Marvel out.
Well, that's the thing.
Now they're just going to fuck it all up.
Well, that's the thing. It's kind of because they've said, after Infinity Wars, Spider-Man is not going to be part of the MCU anymore. Because they've done that, they need something to keep people's faith. And by casting Tom Hardy, who's probably at this time I keep doing it, sorry. One of the highest, most recognisable actors in the world, that people are going to watch this film whether they're interested or not.
Women are going to watch this film because they have Tom Hardy.
It doesn't make any difference if the script and story is shite. You can have fucking Sir Ian McKellen in, and you know.
Well, that's pushing it a bit too far.
They're making 3 50 Shades of Grey films.
No. Look,
it doesn't matter that the script is shit.
Right.
Look how much money Suicide Squad made. That's an awful film.
Yeah, things that make money don't necessarily.
Just because I like it doesn't mean that I can't see how shit it is.
Okay.
I watched a 30-minute explanation on why it's shit, and I agreed with every single point in it, and it made me hate the film more.
I just thought it's because when
because something makes money doesn't make it a good film.
No, I know.
But
Twilight.
If you have a good film, you're pretty certain it's going to make money, especially if it's appealing to a general audience. That's what Marvel done with their entire movie franchise.
Having someone of a high caliber as Tom Hardy, it has to be very, very bad in order for it to be bad.
Unless it starts off and Tom Hardy's like, fuck this, I'm out.
Which does happen in Hollywood quite often.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, he's signed on. Guaranteed there's no script yet. Guaranteed. There's an outline, maybe. But then he's probably signed up for 6 films for $20 gajillion. Yeah, so. And this is the thing with Sony, right? Sony have no idea what the fuck they are doing right now.
No.
Do you know what they
have a fuck ton of money. Screw the rules, they have money.
No, in terms of Sony Pictures, they're doing badly. Sony Pictures are doing badly at the moment. Do you know what they've done with the Bond franchise, right? So Sony Pictures had an agreement. Is it Sony Pictures? Yeah, they're the ones who've got the rights, I think. They had an agreement with X amount of people to make it, whatever. And the Bond franchise, I think it's remembered rightly, they put up basically, you can have Bond for 1 film, bid on it. And I'm like, what? Because when Daniel Craig came up, it was like, you get a certain amount of Bond films, you can bid on it to release it and everything like that. But now they're like, no, you get 1 Bond film. It's like, Bond is a franchise. If you bring on an actor for it, he's going to want to do at least a couple of films, or like a trilogy or something.
Sony are looking for studios and stuff to make it and do it.
Make 1.
Yeah.
Make 1. That's all you get, you know? That's all you get is 1. And it's like, what? That's a stupid business decision. And it's like, apparently some not weirdo, but like some weird production houses that are bidding on it, because the bigger ones are just like, this is stupid. We're not doing this sort of thing. They have no idea what they're doing.
So they're going to like...
The fact that they've brought in Marvel are like, cool. In literally not even 1 film, but just bringing him as a side character into 1 film, we have completely redeemed Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right? Great.
Yeah.
And now we're going to help you...
In 15 minutes...
we have fixed...
I mean, yeah. In 15...
How many years of problems for you with Spider-Man, you know?
Well, Spider-Man stopped being good in Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire.
Ooh, no. I disagree with that. I'd say 3.
I prefer Tobey
Maguire. Doc Ock.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Spider-Man 2 is incredible.
Oh, right.
That's what I'm saying.
3 is a problem.
After that point, it's
I've
downhill.
not seen Emo Spider-Man, which
Spider-Man
I think is
3. Yeah.
And I couldn't stand the Andrew Garfield ones.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was cringing
the first one was borderline okay. The second one was massive cringe, and also had the same problem that the third one, the Tobey Maguire one had, the third one, where it's like, well, put in 6 villains, it'll be fine. And it's like, no, it will not be fine.
I was really disappointed as well, because I really like Emma Stone, but I was like, no, it's just not working for me.
No.
With appearing with Andrew Garfield.
She's not feisty enough to be Gwen Stacy.
And I was just like, I was cringing at all the jokes, and I was like, this is, and you know, Spider-Man, so obviously Tom Holland, perfect, 15 minutes, you've got the catchphrases, like whatever he says, anything he says, and it's funny, and it's quippy. They tried it with Andrew Garfield, it just didn't work, it was just crashing. And I just hated it.
Yeah, like I said, they did that, and now they're like, okay, well, we'll do the first movie with you guys, and then Sony are like, yeah, we got this now, you guys. We got this, and it's like, you ain't got shit, mate. Yeah. Like, you know,
it's like they had like a vase and they dropped it and they were like, fuck. And then Marvel came along and went, okay, so we'll glue that back together for you.
Halfway through it, they're like, now we got this, guys. And then they go and trip over again and just smash it again, even more pieces than it was before. But it's like, it's just such a shame, because when I heard that it was going to be a part of MCU and everything, I was like, oh, this is good. This is such a good move by Sony. great. They thing is, they don't have to do much work. Okay, they get less money, but it means guaranteed money in a way. Whereas now, they're guaranteed to get some money, but in the future, bombing.
Yeah.
Because I honestly believe after Homecoming, because it is after Homecoming when he's...
Yes.
Oh, no, he's part of Infinity War, is he?
Yeah, but they've already filmed that.
Oh, they've already filmed it.
Yeah.
So pretty much now, from now on, it's Sony on their own. No Marvel.
Yeah.
But such a bad move.
But just think, when these Spider-Man films fail, and Tom Holland doesn't have a job anymore, he'll be fine because he's in the new Uncharted movie.
No.
As young Nathan
What
Drake.
about that segue?
Look at that segue.
What
Fucking
about that?
professional.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy, yo.
when you linked us to it, and I was like, oh, weird. I was on the bus, and I was like, I'll watch this later or whatever. Have a look. I actually read through it, and I was like, yeah, this makes sense. As a younger Drake, bit cocky, bit, you know.
I don't like it.
Do you not?
No.
Why not?
How much of the film do you think is going to be
I don't think it's
young
gonna be that
Drake?
much. Because it's Uncharted 3, when he meets
Essentially,
Sully, blah, 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 and he's in the museum. That's not a huge
It won't be.
section of
It won't
the
be
game.
that. It won't be that.
No?
When in Uncharted 3, when he meets Sully, he's like 15. Tom Holland cannot play.
So it's
15.
going to be Uncharted 4.
It's going to be. It's going to be. It's going to be
they've
very.
said it's not going to be Uncharted 4.
It's going to. It's going to be very. I think it's Uncharted 4 is set before he meets Sully.
Yes.
Even though he looks older, that scene is set before then. It's going to be basically just Drake between him as a child meeting Sully for the first time in Uncharted 3 and Uncharted 1. And I think it's going to be almost, in a way, like just a few years before Uncharted 1. Because if you go back to Uncharted 1, granted, it's because of the graphics, but he looks young in it. Like, he genuinely looks young in it, you know?
They didn't have time to put all the stubble in.
I mean, when did
the,
that film...
He didn't have enough horsepower.
and
when did that game come out, though? That was...
Yeah, I mean, years and years ago.
Yeah.
But, like,
Uncharted
he looks young in that one. And he acts young as well.
5, 6?
I don't know. It was very shortly after the start of the PS3, basically. It was kind of a launch thing. Because originally
6 or 7.
Originally with Uncharted, they were
I'm
using
thinking 6.
the 6-axis controller, the motions within it to throw grenades and stuff, and everyone hated it. So when they
2007 it came out.
Oh, fuck. I said 6/7, so that's fine.
But yeah, I honestly believe he'll be like, because I don't know how old he was meant to be in Uncharted, but maybe like 5-10 years prior to that, maybe. I think that's when he'll set it. Like when he's been with Sully for a few years, so they'll have the Sullivan thing going on. But honestly, is it Sony that's doing it? Because if it is, then no faith whatsoever.
I don't think Sony are doing it.
And it's like
I don't see why they would be doing it.
Considering how Hollywood has treated every single video game movie so far, I have there's so little faith. So little faith.
So little faith video game movies. When did Resident Evil, the most recent film, come out? Final chapter, beginning of this year.
Yeah,
they've already announced that they're rebooting it.
6 films.
Yeah,
they're planning to do.
But they're gonna make it more horror because James Wan, who did Insidious, he's attached to it. But I mean, when the final chapter has only just is it even out on DVD yet?
I don't think so. No.
And they've already announced that they're rebooting it.
I'm thinking, casting wise, I have enough faith in Tom Holland that he could do it well.
Yeah, and maybe I'm just very averse to it.
Who would you like dream casting then? You are the producer.
Though?
For Nathan Drake, for Nolan North.
Like just maybe pre-Uncharted 1 sort of thing.
Yeah.
Just before sort of thing. Like I don't know enough actors to just pick one out of a hat and out of thin air like that. But like, it's just sort of, I don't see him being able to pull off Nathan Drake.
It is Sony.
Yeah. There we go.
Avi Arad has stated that he's working with the division of Sony to develop the film.
You what?
It's either going to be a hit or a miss. And the trouble is...
Well, it's either going to be a Skyfall or it's going to be a Spectre.
Yeah. But when you've had 4 games that you've played so much and spent all that time with really well-developed characters because Naughty Dog are amazing, it's going to be difficult for anyone to try and pull it off.
As far as I'm aware, from what I've read, they're barely involved with it.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm Naughty Dog because
they're barely involved with it. They don't. I don't think they have much to do with it. Because I mean, the thing is,
so they got big.
They might have created Uncharted, but I'm pretty sure because of the closeness to Sony, probably Sony own the rights to it and things like that. You know, I'm not 100% sure, but they probably own rights to the characters and things like that. Just because they would do stuff like that in the contracts, you know,
so
to make sure they can say. Like I said, I'm not one to pick out, you know, people and stuff like that. So, and the thing is, he might be great at it. I'll keep an open. I'll definitely go and see it. Yeah. 'Cause I'm such a big fan of the Uncharted. Unless it like pulls a Wonder Woman and the trailers come out, I'm like, fuck you, I'm not going to watch that film. I don't
Wonder
like
Woman's
it.
meant to be brilliant now.
I know, this is the thing. They're all coming out. Everyone's like, it's amazing, and I'm like, I still don't believe it. I still don't believe it. I'm gonna wait until more and more reviews come out, and if eventually like everyone's saying it, then okay. But at the moment,
I think we said this last time. I will go see it before you guys and tell you if it's decent.
But I'm just like I said, just combination of Sony, combination of I'm not too sure about a young Nathan Drake because if it's like showing him getting all that bravado that he has in the games, then it's not Nathan Drake because that's who we know Nathan Drake as.
Because he's an established Nathan Drake, though.
Yeah.
And which is why a film like, say, Die Hard 1 is so amazing because he's already that.
He's already John McClane.
Yes.
You know, if you do a prequel to that, where he's becoming John.
To do. Oh, no. It's going to be Die Hard Year 1, and it's going to be like Men in Black 3 was. It's going to be bookended with old John McClane, and then the majority of the film is going to be young John McClane.
It's silly. But yeah, combine the last point of all video game movies have sucked, pretty much. You know, most of them.
I mean, they're successful, but they're not good films.
Yeah.
Because the Resident franchise was a $1.5 billion franchise.
But they're not good films.
But then again, watched by people who hadn't played the games either.
Yeah. Uncharted is such a good game narrative-wise. You could make a genuinely good Uncharted film.
People have made Uncharted films just from the cutscenes of the game alone.
Yeah. Well, Uncharted is basically Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
It's basically a modern-day Indiana Jones. Yeah. So you could easily make... because Indiana Jones is a set of films which are good, barring number 4. You could easily make a good film like that, you know, based in modern day. Yeah. But it's just a question of whether or not they will.
Then it's not guaranteed, is it? Because it's been in the pipeline for so long. It's had so many different writers working on it, so many different people. And then
I think now that they've come out with the casting, I think that's kind of...
It's like this announcement is like actually it's happening, and
yeah.
Because it would be dead in the water if Tom Holland just pulled out now.
Yeah.
But then he's fucking raking it in now, so why would he give up?
And you know what? It's so funny.
He's
such a...
Chris Pratt would be good.
No.
Yeah.
I love Chris Pratt, but...
He's too famous now. His fame... his fame almost spoiled Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for me.
What? I don't see...
I don't... In the first film, I see him as Star-Lord. Now I see him as Chris Pratt.
That's your problem, not mine.
But half of this... What? You were just ranting about why you can't see fucking actors in the Nathan Drake thing.
No, I think about it. I don't know.
No, I'm talking about. I'm not. I don't mind.
Too beefy.
I don't mind somebody. Somebody else doing. Oh, one thing that did really peeve me off is when they changed Solid Snake to Keith Sutherland for Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes and 5 Phantom Pain. But I don't mind somebody else playing Nathan Drake. I just don't like the idea of him being a young Nathan Drake in the sense of because the character of Nathan Drake is from Uncharted 1 onwards, his characteristics and things like that.
All fully formed.
It's all fully formed at that point in time. Anything pre that would be a character that we don't know. And I'm like, the whole point isn't the whole... Okay, granted, maybe they want to get people in who haven't seen it and everything like that, but then it's going to upset all the people who do like it.
You should give the audience some credit. Not a lot, because audiences are fucking stupid, but you should give them some credit that when you see exactly, when you have a pre-established character that they don't need to know everything about them. Because like with Indiana Jones, it doesn't tell, like you learn because in the third one they kind of have a flashback to him as a kid, where they very humorously you discover all the reasons, like why he's got the scar on his chin, why he's afraid of snakes and all stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But then it's very humorous, done in 10 minutes, out of the way. Right, let's continue on with the story.
Yeah, not the
it's
entire
not the
film.
main focus.
Yeah.
But then in the first one, he is a fully formed teacher, archaeologist.
They did the oh god, do you guys remember the Young Adventures of Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Did you ever watch them?
Yeah, I didn't see.
Have you heard of this? This is a thing that happens,
well,
right?
I can raise that. I didn't watch that religiously. What I did watch, because it was on CBBC rather than ITV or Channel 4 or whatever,
was it animated Indiana Jones?
Shirley Holmes. No, fuck. Shirley Jones, was it? Or am I thinking of something else? I might be confusing that with
Shirley Holmes is just Sherlock's mum.
No, I might be confused. Fuck, never mind. I'm confusing it with something else. Because what I was confusing it with was Shirley Holmes, which was Sherlock Holmes's American granddaughter.
Okay.
Which was a Nancy Drew-esque TV show.
Yeah.
But with Sherlock Holmes's granddaughter. Sorry,
the more I think about this Uncharted film, the more I'm like, no, please just don't do it. Because
it's happening though. Because money.
Oh,
because money, Watch. Sony need that money. Who's going to pay for those swimming pools in their apartments, you know?
Who's going to pay for all the money they're going to lose on Spider-Man?
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of Tom Holland, and yes, I'd be happier if he played a younger Nathan Drake. In my opinion, I can't think of anyone who could play Nathan Drake, who is Nathan Drake, with Nolan North's voice.
I was going to say, if Nolan North was younger and slightly slimmer,
then that would be fine.
Or Nathan Fillion.
I literally was going to say Nathan Fillion earlier. I was like, I could see Nathan Fillion as...
Nathan Fillion in Serenity.
Yeah.
That would...
And I was thinking back and I was like, yeah, in the cowboy clothes with it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can see Nathan Fillion actually.
But he's too old now.
Yeah.
And this is why Firefly's never going to the reboot of Firefly's never going to happen.
But
because he's just too old.
I love Uncharted so much that I wouldn't want anyone to like...
Well, think how much I think this is what Owen feels in his dry, shrivel up black
That's
excuse
true.
for a heart. That's this is the one thing he loves. That's
like
so we were talking about you earlier. So it was like GTA podcast Owen. For Owen, it's like Uncharted, and then you,
Lost.
and then Pizza. Oh, Lost, and then
Pizza.
Yeah, I've got plenty of stuff that's like all around that point. You know, you got Portal, Left 4 Dead,
so Valve.
Left 4 Dead would be a cool like franchise to make into a film. With those characters,
they're all mini movies in themselves, aren't you?
That's what I mean. That's the whole point of the games. Is like they are mini
Just
movies.
stretch them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. I've decided. That's my opinion now. I don't want anyone to be.
That's it.
Elena is Elena, and Sully, and Drake's Drake, and
who would they get?
And that's the thing. They won't be able to put Elena in it because he meets her in Uncharted 1.
Yeah.
So that's a whole massive character.
That's one of the big characters from the film. You know, it's like from the games. You know. Is that you I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
the more I
weird.
think about
like
it,
what?
annoying,
Thinking about it so far, like all the video game movie adaptations, like why don't they just adapt the game and make the game into a movie? Granted, okay,
I don't know.
Like some people might be like, oh, there's no creativity in that. It's no important. The game's good.
Yeah.
People like the game. That's why the movie's getting made because people like the game, and it's like, well, make that into a movie. You know, like and the thing
I would pay a lot of money for a BioShock movie that had Andrew Ryan in it, that had Atlas in it, that had Jack realising that he's a clone or whatever. Not a clone, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then it ending with killing Andrew Ryan and stuff. I would happily sit through that and watch that. Because even though it's done in the game, if they do it well in the film, then fucking I'm full for it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see fucking Mila Jovovich come into Rapture and then there'd be nothing to do with the fucking story at all. It's just like, oh yes, Andrew Ryan created it, but he died several hundred years ago, and this is his ghost who has an army of robots.
Just using Rapture as a background to some random weird shit. Yeah.
The annoying thing with BioShock is that's never going to happen because it is just far too expensive to make. It went through the process of like with.
Del Toro was in it or something.
No, it was. I don't know how you pronounce his name.
Gorvinsky.
Yes, yeah.
Who did Pirates and Rango and.
Yeah, so he was the one behind it, and basically people every now and again ask him, and eventually he was like, it was just going to be too damn expensive to make because of the whole underwater thing, and there's so much water. That's one of the things in Hollywood that costs a lot of money to do because it's just so fucking damn hard to control.
Just Get under a swimming pool.
Like, admittedly, you're not outside.
Just get a fish tank in, right? Film it in miniatures.
No, film
it'd be
it
fine.
behind the fish tank. So it's like, look, and then film from the other side so it looks like they're underwater and be like...
But Christ, think how terrifying the Big Daddy would be if they'd put that on screen.
Yeah.
Oh, they should remaster it for VR.
Oh
so you
my
can see how big a Big Daddy was. You're like,
fuck.
fuck my life!
I mean, I should...
Fucking splices coming at you like on the ceiling. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
That would be so cool.
I love it.
I did today with the hope of getting a PSVR at some point in the future. I thought, well, because there's not many games for the PSVR, so I wanted to check all of like the necessities that you have. So I did Google search, can you look at porn on PSVR? And apparently you can. So,
there you go. That's okay.
That's another
ticks one box.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to get it now. There's VR porn on PSVR. Yeah.
In between the games that you're trying to save up to buy, this while doing.
Well, there's a couple. Like, obviously, I'd want Resi 7. There's a game that they've just released, which was on the thing you linked me today, called Farpoint.
Yeah.
Which is essentially like Starship Troopers, but then for that you can play with the controller, or you've got a gun.
But the gun doesn't come with the package.
No, and it's like 30
and it's
quid
not
extra.
even out, and you've got to pay extra for it.
But if it's, I would probably pay for that.
Yeah.
Because that to be able to
Actually
do
that
in VR would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the fact that they've got the basic premise down means that they can just add on now.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Bow and arrow.
So is there anything else? Have we exhausted our
topics? I mean, what's our timing like? Oh, there you go. An hour.
There you go. Sorted. Bye.
Yeah. So we'll in theory now it should be weekly.
Well, I'm moving next week.
On Wednesday.
Yeah,
on Wednesday.
But then I'll be moving house.
Should we do another 2-week one?
Oh.
No, we can't do. We won't announce that. That's something for off podcast that we can discuss.
Okay.
Yes.
In our headquarters meeting room.
To all the 5 people who are watching us,
yes,
we will see you
at some point.
In the future. Thanks very much for watching.